All right. Good evening, depending on where you are. If you where I am, you can see winter as Ned Stark. Winter is coming. You can see by that window behind me. Winter is officially here. It has come. It is pitch dark at 8 p.m. Nevertheless, welcome back, everyone, to the weekly stock watch list and trading recap. Got a lot to go over. Woo! Woo! I say woo, as in Ric Flair. Woo, woo, woo! Low float mania is back. My friends. I tell you what, it's been a it's in low float land, in momentum stock land, in big runner land, it has been a trying, a frustrating, a choppy, an annoying. I can come up with countless synonyms, it seems, for the kind of, I guess, the frustration of the last few weeks of just nothing that really. I mean, hey, there's been trades, there's been setups, but I tell you, if you've been around, you go back to, I mean, it really started in 2016 when we really started getting extreme momentum. And, I mean, you go back to 2016, 2017, 2018, spring 2019, early summer 2019, you'll know that the stuff we're going to talk about tonight is not unusual. Now, if you've been watching the watch list recaps the last few weeks, you're going to see something exceptional. You're going to see something different finally, and that is, some low float momentum has come back. So let's get right into the watch list. I'm going to start out with, let's start out at the top of the list. So as always, let me grab the link. What we're talking about tonight is we're reviewing, and then as always, we've got Q&A. Okay, so if you've got questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. But what we're going over, we're reviewing the weekend watch list. Okay, this goes out every Sunday, free in your inbox, and we're reviewing that, going over the plans for the week, as well as trades that happened for the day. And remember, what I'm trying to do here, what I'm trying to help you with, is potential setups all week. Okay, it's not we got a lot to talk about, trust me, but a lot of these ideas. I know most of you. Probably a majority of you are, you're part-time traders. You've got jobs. Maybe you're you're in college and you're trying to trade. So remember that weekend watch list. While we had some winners today, these are setups to keep an eye on all week. Okay. And then I also have a theme, a new theme for you to keep an eye on as well. So. Let's start out at the top of the list, GNRC. So this is what I would call a little bit more of a macro idea. This is Generac. So they make generators. I'm assuming if you're listening to my rants, you're reading the business news. You're aware of what's going on in the world. You don't care what Honey Boo Boo or the Kardashians did, but you know that there are wildfires, as well as they're cutting power in a lot of areas of California. So this is more of what I would call a macro idea, and so they make standby generators, and not to get too nerdy, but if you're familiar, there's portable generators, which is the generator you're maybe familiar with that you wheel up to the house and plug in. Then there's the standby generator, which is the one that's wired into your house. It's permanent. It starts up, runs when you don't have power. Typically automatically. Some of them have Some of them need to be manually started and then a switch thrown, but it's still there. It's hooked up. It's semi-permanent. So, this isn't HGTV here. This isn't Home Improvement 101, but I like to talk about the why behind a trade as well. I mean, listen, you can get picks, you can get ideas. You can Google stock picks and you can get all kinds of ideas. Something I like to talk about is the why. What's the why behind the trade? So anyway, GNRC is still in play. Didn't have a great day by any means. But what I'm looking at is that action from Friday. The reason this is on watch is, this was trending all week and then big pullback on Friday. That was the opening I've been looking for, okay? Because you can see this thing gapped up big, and this is this is what we call a real stock, okay? This is a $5.2 billion market cap stock. This ain't no, and we'll talk about SES and BIMI, but this ain't no piece of junk low float stock, okay? So when you see a gap up back last Wednesday of, $5 a share on a billion market cap stock, it's tough to buy. Even if you believe in the macroeconomic idea behind it, you got to wait for it to set up. So big gap up on Wednesday, continued on Thursday, continued on Friday morning. This thing still continued Friday morning from 87 to 80, the mid 88. So it was still up $1 something a share on Friday. And so every day last week I was like, man, I wanted to buy it, couldn't find an opening. We talked about this in StocksToTrade Pro. So I think now it's not ready yet, but we got that opening, I think, on Friday when it pulled back hard. So, and you can always check out StocksTrade.com/pro for what I do. Twice daily webinars, every day, twice a day, etc. So anyway, go to StocksTrade.com/pro. You can check it out. This was an idea we were talking about. Now, we got that pullback on Friday and went sideways today, up 1% today. But what we're looking for is basically that retest. I like that it's held support here. We're going to look for perks later in the week. So GNRC is still in play and is for sure a setup. Oh, shoot. It won't let me type all that. Shoot. Anyway, let me bring this over. So we can move on, but GNRC with the rolling blackouts and continued wildfires in California, this has been solid trending stock. Keep an eye for red to greens as well as new breakouts. So that's the plan on GNRC. If you like real stocks, okay, if you like to swing trade, keep GNRC on your watch. BLDR, similar chart, similar setup. Another macroeconomic idea, home building products. Something I want you to keep an eye on. Home builders have been hot. Kinder Morgan, KB Homes, Lennar. Okay, the home builders have been moving. BLDR is a little cheaper than a lot of the home builders. A lot of the home builders are higher price stocks. BLDR. We first had this on watch in like the single digits, and it broke out last week. So another later in the week potential setup. I won't spend too much time on it, but I want you to keep an eye on the home builders. I don't know where you're at, but I'm in rural Michigan, okay? And there is construction everywhere. I was in Las Vegas for Traders for a Cause this weekend. Construction everywhere. I fly into Grand Rapids, Michigan. A little bit of a, not a big city, but a bigger city compared to me in a rural area. Construction everywhere, okay? Keep an eye on the home builders. Keep an eye on BLDR. And it's, again, setting up for later in the week. That's the nice thing. You don't have to trade these on Monday. Unless, listen, I'm getting to SES. Trust me, we'll get there. SSI, similar. Keep an eye on that 250 level, okay? Write this down. Write it down. You get a reclaim at 250 on SSI. Be ready. All right. I fought you off as long as I could. I know nobody wants to talk about my boring stocks. I see you in chat. Nobody wants to talk about boring swing trades. I get it. I'll actually defend you today. On a day like today, trust me, I love higher price stocks. I love swing trades, but I mean, I got you to stick around for 11 minutes. At the end of the day, today, on October 14th, who gives a crap about swing trades and higher price stocks, okay? I admit, okay? We got setups for later in the week, but praise, woo-hoo-hoo! As I mentioned in the beginning, low float mania is finally back for today, okay? Anything can change tomorrow, but man, it was wild. SES, on Friday, finally we got some momentum. Finally, we got a big spiker, and the coolest thing about this is, what I want to mention is, even if you missed BIMI, even if you missed SES, the great thing about this is these are now in play, okay? And, I'm not the kind of guy that likes to say, I told you so, or brag or whatever, but it was pretty wild. This is from a webinar. This is from a webinar on Friday. I had to leave for the airport. I had to, to fly to Traders for a Cause. And the point I want to make with this audio is the great thing about sector momentum, the great thing about tomorrow, even if you didn't trade SES or BIMI, this is audio. One of the StocksToTrade Pro members captured this and sent it to me from Friday morning at 9:30, and I am pretty dang proud of this audio, okay? Man, I hope SES is like it $4 or something. And then I hope when I land in Vegas, I hope SES is like it $8. I'm not saying it's gonna get it, okay? $8 when I land at 4:15 p.m. Eastern. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but I had hoped. Now, I couldn't trade it. I was on an airplane. I mean, listen, if you trade low float stocks on airplane Wi-Fi, please check yourself into a mental institution, okay? If you ever consider trading something like SES from airplane Wi-Fi, please seek professional help. That being said, what's awesome about SES on Friday, I landed at 4:15 p.m. Eastern. This was at $8.99. I had hoped and begged, I don't know if you could hear that audio, for this to hit 8 by the time I landed. Now, you can say, well, big deal. What's that matter? Why do you care? You even said you couldn't trade it. Well, look at today. That's the great thing about it is, and this was on the watch list. So Sunday, I said, speaking of short squeezes, it's been a while since we got a textbook version. That day came Friday. This stock is a micro float. Had news isn't a former runner. When those components combine, especially on a Friday in a hot market, the recipe for a huge move is complete. This stock started the day out up with huge volume. I joked in STT Pro that this could run to 8. The stock hit 9 plus in after hours. Friday will be tough to trade for sure, but the great thing about this mover is sympathy plays. One of the best trading opportunities to focus on every day in StocksToTrade Pro. Now, the great thing is this spiked in pre-market and then did one of our favorite patterns, dipped into the open, and then re-broke that pre-market high at 1075 and proceeded to go to 25. Incredible. And then our favorite time, second favorite time that I talk about all the time, those late day 2 p.m. breaks. I mean, the amazing thing about SES, you could have bought this. Now, it's always risky, but you could have bought this up $10 a share on that high volume, high a day break at 2 p.m., and it proceeded to spike another $8 a share. Now, you're not going to catch the whole move, but you see the potential of these things? Just like BIMI. That's the beauty of these stocks. And we also had Yuma today, another sympathy play. The funny thing is, I was talking about this in StocksToTrade Pro. RKDA. RKDA is up 30% today. I don't know if anybody ever even mentioned RKDA today. It's up 30%. No one cares. That's the beauty of, BIMI and SES. They light up stuff like this. RKDA, recent runner. It's pushing in after hours. It's trying to hit a new high. Oh, it's actually, sorry, it's past 8 p.m. So, but it closed. Geez, I forgot what time of day it is. Long day. This is my 4th webinar today. Four webinars today. I forgot it's past 8 p.m. Eastern. Anyway, RKDA, keep on watch for tomorrow. Look at that after hours push. And it's 5 cents off the high at the 8 p.m. close. Beautiful. So, and then BIMI, guys and gals, I know it's not politically correct to say guys anymore, but guys and gals, folks, I think folks is what you're supposed to say. The recipe is simple. Volume relative to float. So we're looking at float rotation on these things. Float rotation is a concept we talk about a lot. Remember basic supply and demand. You've got roughly 1 million shares available of BIMI. And this is the biggest technique I want to talk about tonight. Okay? Now, we don't get these every day. But when you get stuff like BIMI or SES, you do not need to trade these early in the day. You can wait for that float rotation. You can wait for those early spikes. And 27 million shares. That's 27 times the float's rotated. And when these things, look at that midday consolidation on BIMI. From 11:45 to 1:16, so 2 hours roughly. Really tight range bound, stuck in a range, and then look at the volume. Notice how the volume, other than this one big candle, the volume. Try and visually do me a favor. Try and ignore this candle. Okay, I know it's hard, but delete it from your brain. Look at that consolidation. Range-bound action, and notice how the volume just craters. The volume drops into that range, and if you're a professional, if you're patient, if you're not a degenerate that just wants to throw stuff at the wall, you see this, and you're like, at that point, at 11 a.m., the stock's up, from 1 to 5 and you see that volume go away, but the price stays. That's the biggest thing. Okay? That's what I want you looking at tomorrow. Whether it be on BIMI, SES, RKDA, Yuma, or the next low floater. I mean, there's probably going to be another low floater tomorrow, okay? So, but this is what I want you to keep an eye on. If you get a 400% runner midday and the volume disappears, the price holds, that is something you need to have laser focus on. Because then what happens as you move into the afternoon, the volume comes back and this thing starts perking. That is what you want to look at for an entry. And I mean, again, you're never going to perfectly time everything, but all of a sudden, the volume comes back, it breaks out of the range, and it goes 6 to 9 in a matter of minutes. So, that BIMI today, that midday action, if, I don't want to jinx us. The biggest thing I want to say with all this action today, I want to say, man, we're going to have another one tomorrow. But I don't want to jinx us. So, because I want to keep this going, because it's been a rough 3 weeks. Okay? But if you see that tomorrow, please, if you got another 1 million floater trading 10 million shares midday and it drops into that consolidation and the volume goes away but the price stays, but the price holds, that my friends is something you need to be laser focused on. So all right, let me get some Q&A and then I'm not afraid to admit, you guys may laugh at me, but a long-time tradition with my daughter, her and I, she's growing up, she's 14, but her and I have watched, my wife and I have religiously watched, as much as I make fun of reality TV all the time, but her and I have since she was little, we've watched Dancing with the Stars together. So I'll do some Q&A, then I got to get out of here to watch Dancing with the Stars with my daughter. So anyway, but Dancing with the Stars is, it's not like the Kardashians. It's competitive. I mean, these people work hard. So I respect Dancing with the Stars. All right, let's get some questions. Hoop Baby made some money on Yuma. Yuma was nice. I mean, it's just so easy. I joked about RKDA too. I mean, Yuma was great. RKDA was great. It's just easy to forget about both of them. So, hey, and Catherine missed SES. Catherine, the beauty is, think about it. Catherine, a bunch of people, I talked to a bunch of people today, or actually, I should say, let me rephrase. I talked to a bunch of people this weekend. I was at Traders for a Cause in Vegas, the charity event. You would be blown away, Catherine, how many people were like, oh, I missed SES. I missed SES. Can't believe I missed SES. That was this weekend, okay? When SES, closed on Friday night at $8. When we're in momentum, when we're in low float mania, don't get FOMO. I mean, I want to be clear. You're never going to get the bottom and the top. But think about if you were complaining all weekend about missing SES, and SES proceeds to go from 10 to 26 today. You don't have to hit them on day one. BIMI is in play tomorrow. Hell, SES might be in play tomorrow. I mean, I know SES is currently $10 off of its highs, but guess what? It's still up 200% on the day. Fight the FOMO, Catherine. D22, SES, I made $1.25 a share. D22, it's almost embarrassing. SES is the only one I traded today. I made $1.25 a share on a stock with $18 of range. It's almost embarrassing, but hey, it is what it is. Arcadia Arcadia has news, Victor? I thought Arcadia was just Victor. Oh, you're asking for news on Arcadia. Okay, never mind. I thought you said there was news. If there is news, let me know. Woo! KG say missed Bimmy today, but made $17K and $52K. Jeez, oh Pete's KGC trader made $17K on SES Friday and $52K today. What are you doing watching this video? KG say 9. I thank you for watching my YouTube video, but geez, oh Pete's, if you made 70 grand in 2 days, why are you sitting here watching YouTube videos? Well done. One crash made $1 a share. Beautiful. So, how best to play second green day? Adewale. I'll finish on this question. I got to get to Dancing with the Stars. Simple stuff. Week open red to greens. Week open high day breaks. Look for those high volume breaks of the day, breaks of previous days. What you're looking at, Adewale, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Listen, this is the key takeaway I want to give you. Okay, SES is not up from, SES didn't go from 2 to 26 for good reasons. I want to be clear. SES didn't go from 2 to 26 because it's a good company, because of the fundamentals, etc. BIMI didn't go from $1 to 12 for good reasons. These stocks are heavily shorted, and you got all the momentum buyers, and they're heavily shorted. So what you're looking at on these is those panic points for short sellers. Where do shorts panic? Rightfully so. Where should they panic? They panic at higher days. They panic at whole dollars, half dollars, 52-week highs. All of these key levels we talk about. So like BIMI, if this thing opens weak tomorrow and then breaks above 12, you're going to get that panic. You're going to get a spike. So those are the areas you want to look for. Think about, Adewale, think about what you would do. Now, number one, please never short a 1 million float stock. I'm begging you, please. But this is a valuable point. And this is for everybody. And then I'm going to jump off. Where would you panic if you were short one of these stocks? Keep it simple. Where would you panic? That's where you, as a small trader or a new trader, those points are where you want to buy. So it's important to, again, I caution you, I beg you to be, you're adults. If you've got a brokerage account, you're over 18, you're free to do whatever you want, okay? Crash89 talks about the jokes on my Twitter feed about short sellers. Hey, you're an adult, or you can't have a brokerage account. You're free to do whatever you want. I'm begging you not to short a 1 million float stock trading 28 million shares on the day. But the point is, put yourself on that side of the trade. And when shorts are panic buying, what's going to happen to the price when people are panic buying? Just like if the stock is crashing, because remember, it's just opposite. If a stock is crashing and people are panic selling, what happens to the price? I mean, the price gets destroyed because people want out at any price. So you're panic selling. Maybe you've been there. I've been there. I've panic sold before, trust me. And as soon as you get out, the stock bounces. But anyway, if you're panic selling on the long side, the price craters. So the best technique with these float rotators is think about where the shorts are panic buying. You want to be buying the same time. So simple stuff. And this goes for long and short. When it comes to these momentum stocks, they aren't moving because of fundamentals. They aren't moving because of the news. They aren't moving for any good reasons. They're moving because everybody has FOMO. They want in, and they're heavily shorted. So think about what the other side of the trade is doing. That's my lesson for tonight. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you. And good stuff. I don't want to jinx us, but man, it was a rough, choppy, sideways 3 weeks. And we've got like 4 or 5 low float runners. Oh. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. We're really building something here. These are fun. Love you guys showing up every week. Great stuff. As always, if you want to listen to me twice a day, every single day, check out StocksToTrade Pro. No matter what, please go to StocksToTrade.com/watchlist. Get the watch list. SES was on there. Okay? So it's free. Otherwise, I will be doing a Instagram live tomorrow morning. So if you've got Instagram, follow StocksToTrade on Instagram. Just Instagram/StocksToTrade. I'll be live. I go live every morning at 8:30. So if you got Instagram, we'll see you tomorrow. If you're in StocksToTrade Pro, I'll see you live at 9 and 3:30. Every single day. Otherwise, I'll see you on YouTube next Monday night at 8 p.m. Have a great night, everyone, and good luck with your trading. I wish you all the best. We live in the greatest time in history, my friends. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of these times. So, have a great night.